Welcome, 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 everybody. I am sure that you are feeling the difference in the temperature at this time of year. So welcome to your seat, to your place, to your space for Chi Yoga today. So we're going to keep it quite simple today in our own movement and body awareness. And we're going to move around the spine, being that a lot of flexibility, being able to reach down and pick something up, over and pull the curtains, the strength of our arms, the movement of our rib cage and chest all move around our spine. So we're going to play within our spinal movement today. Inviting you please to, first of all, just check in. You might like to take your hand to your heart and just feel maybe the temperature of your hand upon your chest. And then following your breath and breathing in. And exhale. Beautiful. So being present with the next breath again, following the breath in, noticing where it goes in your body. Notice the turn of the breath, and then as it exhales, coming out. Notice that on the exhalation, there's often a softening that happens in your body. One more. Inhaling in. Maybe you'll notice the turn of the breath, and then exhale. Beautiful. Let's get a bit of movement going. So rubbing our hands together and moving your legs, your feet, your knees a little bit. So we're just sort of giving ourselves a little bit of a warm-up, if you please. A little bit of a warm-up into your legs and arms. You can't get this wrong. It's just connecting into the whole of your body. Beautiful. So, in getting this right, I invite you to pause, place your hands purposely on your knees, push in to the ends of your heels or the ends of your knees or whatever you can feel into there. So you're pushing into the ground or you're pushing into the chair, even into your sit bones, and then releasing. And now we're going to bring our attention to the top of our head. And then bringing our attention down to our chair, so our sit bones, pushing into the sit bones. If your feet are on the ground, you can push into the ground. Breathing in, release, and then to the top of the head. So we're just sort of shifting our attention. When you're ready, let's come around. So we're moving our upper body around our joints. So this is involving your spine and your hips. Getting a little bit of a warm up. Okay, and the other way. Pardon me. Beautiful. Inhale from center. Exhale, come forward. Your arms come forward onto your thighs and just reach forward a little bit. So here we are wanting to give our lower back some space. When you're ready, we're going to inhale up and then lift your chest up, tuck your chin in, take your shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale, shoulders away from the ears. Imagine that they just drop down. And then we're going to do this again. Circle. Oops. Circle around. Beautiful. And the other way. Just a couple of circles each way. Up to center. We're going to inhale from here. We're going to exhale, come forward onto your thighs. We're going to inhale up. So inhale up to sitting. Imagining that your chest is lifting up, the crown of your head is lifting up, your chin tucks in. Exhale. Then we're going to inhale, lifting our shoulders up to our ears. And on the exhale, we're going to drop them down and away. Beautiful. Let's do this again. We're going to roll around, this time 3 circles. 2 and 3. Come up to center, and we're going the other way. 3, 2, and 3. Beautiful. We're going to come up to center. Inhale. On the exhalation, we're going to come forward over our thighs, opening up the lower base of the spine. When you're ready, you can roll up gently. Inhale, chest lifts to the sky, chin tucks in. So we've got this sort of opening of our carriage here. Exhale, soften. When you're ready, lifting your shoulders to your ears. Inhale. And exhale, letting your shoulders move away, tucking in your chin, lifting your head up like you're lengthening your spine. And just soften in the lengthen. So we're lifting up, lifting our chest, lifting our crown and head to the sky. And then we just soften. Beautiful. Now arms. We're going to take our arms up. Inhale. Opening up the front part of the body here. And exhale. Arms come up halfway. Inhale. And exhale. All the way to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Just do what works for you. Inhale up halfway. And exhale. This time we're going to use our fingers like they're paintbrush. So inhale, fingers dragging. And then flip your fingers over and let them drag again behind you. Exhale. Inhale, half up. And exhale. Let's do it again. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale, half up. And exhale. And then just pause, allowing, if you will, your arms to imaginarily go longer, like they're dripping from your fingers, and your fingers are just reaching towards the floor. And in that kind of drippy kind of feeling, so it's this lengthening feeling, lifting your chest to the sky, tucking your chin in, and just imagining that you have space. Beautiful. Lovely. We're going to bring our hands to the center here. Okay, right hand onto the heart, left hand on top to begin with. Now, maybe I should turn around because that will be easier for you. We're going to inhale, opening to the left. And then we're going to exhale, closing to the right. So exhaling to the right. We inhale and exhale. So the breath is quite fast. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Exhale. Pause. And release. So I want to stand up and turn my back to you so you can kind of see how the shoulders are moving, if you can, and just sort of get this idea of there's a little twist involved too. So you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to see my back for a moment. So you can sort of see the wholeness of where it is, and I'm standing. All right, so it's going to be inhaling to the left and exhaling to the right. Inhaling left. Right. In In, out. In, out. Out. And when you're ready, bringing your hands back into center again. Pause. Now, the movement, if I can just, while you're there, just pausing and turning in. The movement of your chest and hands and breath and spine all shifts not only within our physical body, but in the space that is you. It shifts things around, right? It shifts you. So just let that settle a little bit here. Now we're going to twist purposely. So we're going to inhale from here. We're going to exhale and gently bring one arm across to the opposite leg and take the other arm either behind the chair or behind your body, whatever works well for you. Here we're going to raise our chest to the sky. So we're inhaling and we exhale. Gently back to center, breathing in. All right, inhale. We exhale. You can bring your tummy in a little bit on the exhalation, taking the other arm over. Inhale from here, heart to the sky. And exhale. And then inhale back to center. Okay, let's do this again. Inhale. Exhale, reaching our hand over. Pause, heart to the sky. And exhale. Coming back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Hand comes over. Inhale from here, so our heart lifts to the sky. And exhale. And then gently back to center. All right, the only one that we haven't done yet is a side to side. So let's do this. So we're going to inhale, one hand to this, to the hold on to the chair, and the other one to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, and gently tip the body so that we're opening our ribs. We can just imagine the ribs are opening there. Back to center. And arm down. All right, so we understand this for the other side. Inhale, arm up. On the exhale, we exhale and just gently open the ribs. So the arm is kind of irrelevant, but it can also be there because this opens up our armpit, which is great for the lymphatics as well. Inhale, back over. And exhale. Other arm, inhale up. Exhale. Inhale as you come down. And letting your breath out. Beautiful. Other arm. Exhale. Inhale to the sky. And exhale down. One more each side. Inhale up. Exhale, reaching over. Inhale to center. And exhale, floating your arm down. Staying with, rather than flopping the arm, let the arm come down soft. And again on the other side. Beautiful. Flowing over. Back to center. And down. We've got a lovely little breathing exercise now. And it's also really good for our whole body, all right? So the whole upper body anyway. Placing your energy into the ground. We're going to use our arms like wings. So inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And I'm going to invite you to use your hands like wings, so they or paintbrushes. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, and just come into imagine the flight of freedom. So just feeling light and free, like a feather or like a bird. Letting our body, and you will feel it if you let yourself imagine that you can lift up. And if you're really imaginatory, you'll feel those wings beating, right? You'll feel the uplift and the release. Feeling the wings beating. Beautiful. When you're ready. And exhaling down. Pause for a moment. Hands back onto your legs. Feel inside and outside of your body here. Notice the shift that does occur through this kind of simple movement. Enjoy the openness that you might feel in your framework, in your rib area here. The space that's been made for your organs because of the movements that we've done. The release of the lymphatics, because the lymphatics don't actually have their own pump. This is the pump. and this is the pump. So we want to be able to use our body in those ways. So well done for participating today. Thank you so much for being here. Let's bring our hands to our heart. And we're going to be with ourselves for 3 breaths. So give yourself this moment. Gently soften your gaze and open your eyes. Bring yourself to your environment, to your physical environment. And just check in with you for your afternoon. May you travel easy, light, like a bird on your journey this afternoon. Enjoy yourself, and I will see you again soon. Thank you very much.